Hi Aquarius, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Aquarius, I will just start to shuffle as I talk. We're today moving out from Scorpio season and into Sagittarius. That is good news. We don't to get. Sorry, I'm gonna start over here because I'm having trouble talking. Getting a second chance to come back. Yeah, I feel like we're a bit hung up on things to follow, things to sort of determine our life around. And so just having that said, think about it like that. You don't have to have your life decided for you due to planets, due to full moons, due to whatever's going on. Having that said, Scorpio has been digging deep and we've felt it, for sure we felt it, and I think that's a good thing. Whatever we do not want, it does not serve us anymore, needs to get up to the surface and let go. We're moving now away from Scorpio and into Sagittarius. That means that everything sort of that we felt on a deeper level, everything that has sort of stirred things up is now calming down. We're putting it into place. We're sort of dealing with whatever came up to the surface, if that makes sense. And it's like a finally, you can breathe out. We're starting today with the numerology 22nd of the 11th. So 22 is a master number and 11 is a master number. And the 22 is all about 11 is all about dreaming and thinking and hoping, I was going to say visualizing. I just realized I haven't turned the sound. Sorry guys, I haven't turned the sound off on my, what is it doing? It does not want to work with me. Hello phone, I want to turn the sound off. There you go. Where was I? Yeah, so on the 11th, there's like a whole bunch of non-physical going on, like in more of a dream state reality, and then the technical term, I don't know if it's a technical term, but the 22nd is more like of a manifestational energy. It's more materializing. It's more let us create now, like put into reality that you can see and smell and taste, that you dreamed of, that you wished for. And so today those two numbers mash, and it's quite of a significance, I feel, that I'm posting your video specifically today, because it's like the start of something brand new. When Scorpio, actually today, we move out from Scorpio. Today we move into Sagittarius. Mercury has gone direct. We are having this 22nd of the 11th, and we also have a new moon on the 26th. So it's just a whole bunch of new gorgeous, uplifting, forward moving energy. And like I said in the beginning, take responsibility anyway and don't get so hung up, even though I talk about it and we keep repeating things, to just really remember that you're the master, you're the magician, you are the wizard to create your own life. It's not depicted by anybody or any planet or anything outside of yourself. But like I always say, having that said, it's easier to have a positive friend cheering you on while you try to create something than a negative friend telling you that you suck, basically. So we're gone with that negative friend through Scorpio and Mercury, and hello Jupiter, hello new moon, just a new gorgeous energy coming in. So let's see for the upcoming 2 weeks, guys, what's going on for you. And what I do with these general readings is that I ask universe or source or God, or call it whatever you will. I call it source for most of the time, or universe. That what does Aquarius need to hear most right now? And then source comes through with that answer. And then every other week I do the love reading. Maybe you've seen those. So still, it can be for relationships if that is what source things that you've asked for. So let's see what comes out here. The first card out is moving forward. This is sort of it's sort of an phoenix rising in a way. I'll describe more in a second. And then we have Archangel Raphael. And then we have self-reliance. Okay. So what's going on here? I just feel, first of all, this is the most crazy. It feels like that's going to probably it's just going to be for one or two people. I just disappeared. One or two Aquariuses out there. I do see sort of like Sydney Opera House back here. I'm just thinking of Sydney Opera House, like Australia and the Sydney Opera House. I have no idea why. I just have no idea why. I just know for a fact that these days, whenever I get a hint, whenever I get a word in my head, whenever an image just shows itself for my inner, or if something stands out in the card like that, I'm saying it because it can be of some significance to some person. And I don't care anymore how weird I come across. If it can help somebody, that's beautiful. So there's something with the Sydney Opera House, something with Sydney, something Australia. This is my like Statue of Liberty with all the spikes up here. She reminds me of the Statue of Liberty, Frihetsgudinnan in Swedish. And so it's a bit like, okay, so we have New York, we have Sydney. It's sort of I get a bit of a globetrotter. Is that what it's called? Like wanting to travel the world, a world traveler, somebody who wants to explore the bigger things, sort of, okay, now let's go big, let's go grander, let's go to a different level. Like I'm done with, this is my moving forward card. And like I said, there's a slight Phoenix rising energy to this card as well. It's like you come through something, you come out of something. It's the gorgeous polar bear there that sort of, you know, it moves through anything, thick and thin and freezing cold. It does not matter to the polar bear. He's just moving on. He doesn't care. And then you're sitting on top of that, just tagging along, just having this beautiful energy moving forward now and coming out from something that you're so over and done with. And I feel like for the majority, like just the fact that Scorpio season is done, the fact that we're done with this whole freaking decade, moving into 2020, it's that sort of feeling. If you were like an employee of a company, you probably will buy the company. If you lived in a certain place in the world, you might want to go to New York or Sydney. Like, and it's not like next door. It's I live in Sweden, so go from Sweden to Australia, it's pretty far. I've done it, but you know, that's what I mean. It's not like next door. So, and it's bigger plans. It's going for the greater idea, trying the new path that you never tried before. It's sort of I don't want to regret anything when I lay on my deathbed. And I'm not saying that everybody out there is 80 years old. Not that you might have planned to die when you're 80. I just, you know what I mean. It's time for bigger things is what I'm getting for this. So it's an inspirational nudge from spirit to say, I do actually say spirit quite a lot as well, I just realized. Source and spirit and universe, same thing. It is a nudge from spirit that if you have been thinking about greater plans, go for it. It really is timing. It really is. And it might not be time to like specifically book the flight or the hotel or whatever that whatever that bigger plan, grander plan. Don't let my words diminish your dream here. It might not be that, okay, go purchase that ticket today or this red hot minute. It just means that, okay, if you felt like that would be that would be such an awesome, fun thing to do, but I don't know. To just, Spirit saying to just keep thinking about it, to just keep, yes, it is something to think about. Yes, there's something in this that you can manifest. Yes, you can have every wish, every inspired idea come to fruition, have it manifested if that's what you want. So truly just continue this path and just listen to the signals and whatever comes up, to take that next step and next step and next step. That's why it doesn't necessarily mean that you should buy the ticket right this moment, but just continue the dream in your head and continue to think about it so that the energy can actually move you forward. Then comes Archangel Raphael in and says, usually when Raphael comes in, and usually this card would come out after I would have said something along the lines with, I see that somebody just left you, you're going through some hardship, maybe you're, kicked off a job, something that you so wanted didn't come through, you just found out that you have some sort of illness in your body, whatever, or something that you try to let go of. Then Archangel Raphael comes out to say, I've got you. We're going to heal this. We're on the final, and that is somewhat true, that you're on the final sort of brink. You're sort of at the threshold to move into this new, like I said, there's time for bigger shifts now, like bigger plans. But there's something about this more more around this, that, okay, whatever you tried to do before that was really grand, it feels, Aquarius, that you tried this once before, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be, like I pick up New York and Sydney here, like last time you tried to go to Sydney, it all went to somewhere else, and so you're a bit afraid that going to Sydney this time, like, it doesn't mean that it necessarily is Sydney, but it's the same magnitude of what you tried to do the last time when you had this brand new major idea and you went with it, and it feels like maybe it didn't go so well. And so Archangel Raphael comes in here, and maybe that source coming through saying, giving you a nudge that go for it. Like, don't just keep that thought in your mind, that inspirational, yummy feeling that you want to so do this, but it's playing out in the back of your mind what happened last time. Like I said, it wasn't Sydney necessarily last time, but it was something on what you consider to be a grander scale at the time. You consider this to be a leap of faith, something to invest in with your time, energy, money, maybe expertise, maybe. Or maybe you were really green on the area, and that's why, I don't know, it's something about you. Well, I took a leap last time into this thing that I sort of didn't know so much about, and I trusted my instinct, and I trusted that it was going to be all fine and all well, and it went really south. And Archangel Raphael comes in to say, first of all, we need to heal those. So I feel like there's something that has happened here, and you sort of just, oh, wait. So it has more significance with the moving forward here. It's so beautiful when I see new things in old pictures. Okay, so back up here a bit. You're moving out of this stale situation. You see that you're coming out from ice and snow and stuff. And that usually just means that, you're moving out. That's my Phoenix Rising situation. You're just you're coming out from something. You survived and you went through it, and it's all good. But here it's like you moved forward even though it's not dealt with. You took the snow and ice and stagnation with you, and you just kept moving forward. You didn't deal with it. You didn't talk about it. You just put it under the ice, and you just kept moving. And so now it's like, this is so beautiful, Aquarius, because now it's like you're giving this new opportunity again, and this is not going to be, sorry for the camera being weird today. This is not going to be for just you thinking of this grand new idea, being really inspired to do it. This is also going to heal you. That's why Archangel Raphael comes in this particular situation saying, okay, Aquarius, first, we need to heal whatever you didn't deal with in the past. In the past, that thing happened and you did not deal with it. You just kept on moving on. And in some instances that might have worked. In some instances, you actually just never thinking about it again can move forward. But with this coming out and when you bringing this sort of ice and snow and really, stale situation, stale energy with you, I feel like no, you actually couldn't. You actually just didn't touch it. You didn't talk about it. You just swept it under the rug. And you thought you were fine, or maybe even did not think you were fine. Maybe you were one thing was sure, you were not fine, but you were not going to talk about it. Maybe didn't deal properly with the people around you involving the situation itself, whatever played out. It feels like you just had not the emotional, what should I call it? Maturity. I don't know what I mean now, so it doesn't sound like I put you down. It feels like you did not have the strength to just sit this through or look at it and deal with it. It just felt like a huge failure, mistake. You got burned, you got left, whatever happened. And so Archangel Raphael comes in to say, this is your chance now. Not only to say, okay, I'm going to go for this grand idea and I'm scared shit that it's going to go south again. But now when all of those feelings comes up, Archangel Raphael comes in to say, I've got you. We're going to deal with this. We're taking care of whatever you didn't take care of last time. So emotionally, you really are growing now. You really are maturing. You really are getting to know your emotions, your feelings. Like, what is this? I'm feeling stuff. What is that? Did I eat something bad? No, you didn't. That's just called sad. It's just, sorry for laughing. But as more fun as you can make of this, the quicker it can come to the surface. And you really can heal something that I feel like maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 years old thing, maybe. It's not recent. It's not like last year. It feels like it has gone on for quite some time. So what you would consider to be a long time. So maybe that 5 years to some, but it feels like longer, 10, 15 years, something. So you're dealing with it. We're bringing up stuff to the surface. And so it's sort of Kinder surprise, if you will. It's like 3 surprises in one, that you get to heal it. You get to heal your past situation. You get to go and do that thing you're drawn to do, like go to Sydney. And third, you get to have chocolate. Like, it's all good with the Kinder. I promise you, I'm not getting paid to name drop or use any company's name here. So that's just beautiful that you guys just go for whatever the thing that you wanted to do. You get inspired to do it right now first because you want to heal whatever happened in the past, and you're gonna revisit those same feelings because you sort of have to, and then you're actually going to go do this thing. And because you're going to allow this healing, you're going to not fail this time. You're not going to feel like it's a big, and you truly can trust that it will work. It's an experience, I feel. And then the last card out is self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. And I'm not super drawn to the words as it's said. I'm drawn to don't be afraid to fly. And it might be solo, it might be like you're doing this now. You're really like, look at yourself. You're beaming, you're finding. It's like you didn't even think of it. You didn't even think that this thing had such an impact in your life. It feels like maybe it has colored other things and you didn't even put one and one together. Like, why do I want to run away from things that feels good? Why do I question something that I'm really inspired to do? Or why does a nervous feeling come up, or even anxiety? Or why do I shut down when blah, 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 blah? I think you know what I mean. And it feels like it all stems from this. It's like, and it's getting cleared out now. You're dealing with it. It's being dealt with for you. You're put in certain, it's not like you're being pushed around like a little doll, but it's like you're attracting this now so that you can deal with the things that happened in the past, so that you can truly move on, be free and move on, and have all these beautiful experiences, not feeling afraid. So look at yourself. You're just reclaiming your power. You're just coming into your own, knowing exactly who you are and what you want. And if you look at this energy, there's no doubt in heaven anywhere. It's just that's what it's called, self-reliance. It's just pure self-reliance. I can trust myself. I can trust the guidance, and it won't falter this time. It didn't falter last time really either. It was really trying to make you work on your emotions even back then, but you weren't ready. You're ready now. Okay, guys, I hope this helps and uplifts some of you guys out there and it resonates with you. It's a really crazy camera today. I'm sorry for that. And that it helps you, because this is beautiful healing taking place, so that you really truly can come out and enjoy life in a completely different energy, I feel. Okay, guys, with all the goodies happening right for you, with starting today and the upcoming 2 weeks, I think is going to be grand 2 weeks. I hope to see you back next week for your love reading, and I hope that you will subscribe on your way out if you haven't already. It really would help me a lot. Many blessings. Take care, guys. Bye.